remember it being this hot for a long time.
Right? It's crazy.
Oh, it's a nightmare.
Yeah.
Especially the house I'm in is so old.
Yeah.
I mean, it was virtually just built by cowboys. Seriously, nothing in that house makes sense. It pisses me off all the time.
Like, layout-wise, it's like...
Oh, layout, it's a nightmare. Some of the steps aren't, like... Some of them are, like, different lengths.
Brilliant.
So sometimes you're walking down and you have to turn your foot to the side to get down.
Wow.
And it's just... Oh, yeah.
I would die.
Oh,
I'd fall down the stairs.
So bad in there because it's... Right, so I think it was built in the 30s.
Uh-huh.
So it keeps all the heat in. If you have every single window, even the attic window, does not make... And the only way that it's cool is if you stand in the kitchen, open all the doors, and then let all the air rush through, and then open the front door.
Yeah, and
so you get like an airflow.
Like a corridor, yeah.
It's horrible.
The problem with this house, I think it is... I don't know when it was built, but the walls are crazy thick. And because there's lots of fire doors, there's no...
Oh yeah, student regulations, and you have to have like lots of...
You have to have loads of fire doors, and they all have to be kept shut. So there's no current, like there's no like flow through. So it's just so stuffy. I know.
I went on this weird binge of trying to find like hacks to like cool. None of them work.
Did you do the fan out the window?
Out the window, yeah. I tried it. I did the getting ice in like a bowl and putting it next to the fan. It's like that doesn't work.
Yeah.
I saw the weirdest one, and I don't know who would do this, but it was you have to wet your socks and sleep in them. I'm like, that is the worst thing in the world, is wet socks. I am not...
Oh, that is, yeah. Wow.
I mean, they do say to, like, in hot weather, to keep your feet cool. Yeah. Because it helps your body cool down. But it's like, I'm not sleeping in wet socks. That's so...
No, I mean, I guess... I can see it working if you don't have a cover on top.
Yeah, but it's still, it's that weird thing. It's like, sleeping in wet clothes, that's like, that's the worst thing in the world, that is.
I would not do that personally.
Oh yeah, I just went down a weird rabbit hole of like YouTube trying to find ways to cool my house down.
Yeah. It makes sense. I mean, there will probably become a time when everybody will start buying AC units.
Do you know what? I was actually looking into AC units.
Yeah.
I didn't realise how expensive they were.
I don't know how. Like
the last one I saw was around £250, and it wasn't really big.
Yeah, just a small
one. I was like, geez, how much are the big ones? And they're like 500. I was like, if the weather gets so hot, maybe I'll invest in one.
Yeah, I think the big, like the big ones, you have to get someone to install them because they have to go like out of the house like fully.
Yeah, the ones I saw, like you can get ones that have like little window attachments, so you just open the window, put it in, and then just stick the vent out.
Yeah. But
I'm not quite there yet. I'm alright with just having my 10-year-old fan.
If it works, it works. You know?
I didn't realise... Did you know you were supposed to clean your fans?
No.
Like, you're supposed to, like, take the cover off and then, like...
And, like, dust them?
Yeah. Because
I guess that makes sense, yeah.
Because I did that, and the fan works so much better. I don't know why it made such a difference, but it's like I took the fan off and I cleaned, like, the yellow inside... the blades, and it just made it a little bit better.
I'm looking at the blades of my fan, and they do look a bit gross.
I didn't know that. I was like, oh, okay. I didn't know you were supposed to do that, apparently.
Yeah, I just assumed they were fine, because they're, like, spinning, and, you know, like, they're... Well,
you learn something new every day, don't you?
Yeah, that's it. Damn. Thanks for coming back on.
Thanks for having me back.
You are the third... time coming. Nope, let's try again. You're the return guest for the third time.
Yeah.
Very exciting.
No, thank you very much.
Your medal is in the post with the certificate.
Okay.
So yeah, just wait for that.
What does the medal say? Like third time on?
Yeah, it's like congrats. Yeah, it's really cool. And yeah, welcome to Armchair Artist. I'm Oliver Kirkham. We're back. It's been a while. It's been several weeks since I've done an episode. Just because I've been busy. Yeah. Been busy living life and doing life stuff. life just gets in the way, and
That should be the title as well. Life gets in the way.
life gets in the way. Maybe that's this. Yeah, that's the title of this episode. Headline news: we've both graduated.
That was
Crazy.
feels weird.
Does feel weird. It feels like a chapter is closed.
Yeah.
And yeah, what's next?
Well, you're doing a doctorate, aren't you?
I am doing a doctorate. Yeah.
So I wanted to ask, how was that? What was that like? Because you have to do like
the process.
yeah, like you have to write something, don't you? Like a essay or something.
Basically, a very short essay.
Okay.
Which is kind of like your proposal of what you want to do for the
Can
PhD.
I ask what the proposal is?
No.
Oh, fine. Okay. Moving on.
No, I'm joking. I need to work on my like elevator pitch, but it's essentially.
I hate those.
Yeah.
I hate how it says, "Oh, you think of this as an elevator pitch." I'm like,
yeah, it's a lot of like, it's quite a pressurized thing to do because you've got to. It's like trying to collapse something very broad and open-ended into something really like
short and snappy.
Short, snappy, easy for people to understand. But I'm gonna try and use. So I'm really interested in science and physics. So I want to use principles in physics to help describe ways in which we can recover and strengthen our mental health through periods of trauma, with a special focus on suicidality. So yeah, it's going to be kind of like elements of the sciences, art, and like different bits of theory. Kind of
that sounds really interesting.
Thanks. I hope it.
I mean, that's the kind of thing about the doctor program I was always curious about. It's like you don't get like an exhibition, or you don't really get to see any of the work the doctorals, is that the right word? Well, people applying for them to be doctors, you know.
Yeah, the candidates.
You never really get to see a lot of their work, really.
Yeah, I mean,
during the masters, you sometimes would get a lecture or two from some of the candidates, but it wasn't quite a lot. So I was always really curious of what they actually get up to.
Yeah, they do a symposium at Swansea College of Art. There was one recently actually, but it was during the first mega heat wave.
Ah, right.
It was
like no
38. Yeah, but they're open, I believe.
Are they? Okay.
Definitely to like uni students and alumni.
Okay.
And yeah, so I would have gone to it, but it was
the heat wave is like
hot.
I'm staying at home and sitting in front of my fan.
Absolutely. Completely naked, just starfish. But yeah, it's one of those things that I think is often exists like solely within academia, like that level of study.
Yeah.
And unless you're reading journals and kind of going to conferences, or if a PhD becomes a book, for example, that then is publicly available.
I mean, would you be interested in doing a book?
Yeah, I think I could write a book. I think I could. I think probably like famous last words. Because I think writing a book is really difficult. Yeah. It's a lot more difficult than people think it is. And it would take a long time. And actually, Rob, who's been on the pod, Rob we know, he's writing a book chapter at the moment.
Is he?
Yeah.
I know he's written stuff in the past, hasn't he? He did something for oh, why am I blanking on the name of the book? Because I remember reading it.
Oh, cool.
My mind is so not with it today.
That's fair.
None of the caffeine's kicked in yet.
It's that 20-minute lead time, and then you'll be zooming.
You won't get me to shut up.
Yeah. I'll just end the pod.
Oh, fair enough. Just cut out, dead silence.
I know the book you're thinking of.
Yeah. Because I remember he showed it in one of the lectures, like he did, a little snippet that he wrote for.
Yeah.
It was really interesting. That's the weird thing about leaving graduation now. It's like I feel like I've forgotten a lot of the lectures. Like I'm missing a lot of information now. It's like it's just gone out my head.
Yeah, I think it takes a while to absorb, though. I think like even when I'm just reading books, I'll have to like read a chapter a couple times to make it really,
I know what you
like,
mean.
bed
Like,
in.
I'm kind of the same with my dyslexia. Like, I tend to read the same line maybe like once or twice, just so it kind of fully sinks in.
Yeah. Do you do the thing of like skipping lines as well?
Yes.
Yeah.
Which I didn't realise was a very common thing for people with dyslexia. I thought it was just something I did, but
I was having a conversation about dyslexia last week with someone, and they were talking about a font for dyslexic people.
Yeah, I've seen it. I've used it a few times in different things, and it's like, it does make a world of difference.
Yeah.
I've also seen, and I remember tried this once. It's a bit of clear plastic, like a clear blue plastic card with like a little line on it.
Oh.
And apparently that helps people with dyslexia focus a little bit more on.
I guess because you've got that like visual reference point.
Yeah.
Oh, and do you like move the plastic down?
Yeah, you move it down as you read. I remember I tried it like, I think it was back in college. I remember using it.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm so dyslexic that it just didn't really work for me. It's like by that time, it's like I had my own ways of doing things.
Yeah.
And just traditional, new kind of ways just didn't sink in.
Fair. I think a lot of life is figuring out what works best for you in terms of learning new skills, getting good at a job.
Yes.
Like
I
socializing, like all of it. I think is just like, but like with my sewing that I do, I'm mostly self-taught, and I've just figured out ways that involve like the least amount of maths possible.
I think that's something a lot. I mean, all right, speaking from just a creative standpoint, I think a lot of people just assume that you learn all this stuff in college and uni, and the amount of people said, no, you don't learn how to draw really.
No, you don't.
Or you don't learn how to be creative. You kind of do that stuff like through independent kind of study, and it's just basically kind of trial and error with a little bit of critique sprinkled on top.
Yeah, it really is. Yeah, that's interesting to think about, because like, even I would guess that, okay, I need to think about things before I say them.
Okay.
So like, you've got a foundation degree, and I guess the point of that is to bring everybody up to a certain level before they start a degree, an undergraduate degree. And I think that course is probably when you learn how to do the most stuff.
Yeah, I would have thought that it's like, because I didn't do a foundation, like I had a weird sort of way of getting back into arts, like so I worked in a kitchen, and then I thought, I'll train to be a chef like my dad, but I was like, I really hate it. I don't like working with customers. I very much just didn't really like working in the service industry, and then COVID happened, and then I thought, what do I actually want to do in my life? And I during COVID I got back into the arts. I was like going through old like A-level and GCSE, and which was just like, my god, some of these were really bad. It's funny though, really, to find those old things, because I didn't think I had them anymore.
It's quite nice to hold on to some of that stuff.
I got rid of quite a lot of it though.
I mean, I haven't kept any of mine, so
I kept maybe one or two things. I think usually like the bigger things I couldn't throw away because they couldn't fit in a bag. I kept in like the back of a cupboard. And so I, during COVID, I think like a couple of months afterwards, then I applied for college. And then I've said this before, and then I had a teacher there that encouraged me to apply for university.
Nice.
And then here we are. A graduate with a master's.
Wow. Wow. And you're 30.
Yes. For some people, yes. I just turned the big 3-0.
Yay. Should I edit in some like applause?
Yeah, go on. Yeah, that'd be cool.
Effects? I should get a soundboard. That would be funny.
I think you can just download one for your like laptop.
Oh, I'm gonna look into that. That would be
sure you can. I'm sure I've seen someone do it.
Yeah.
Because it'd be a lot easier way than instead of buying a soundboard.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
But yeah, really recently, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was Sunday.
Days ago. Wow.
Yeah.
Love that. How did you celebrate?
So I'm usually someone who likes quiet birthdays.
Yeah.
Like, I get really awkward on my birthdays. Like, I don't like being the center of attention.
Yeah.
It just, I don't know, it just puts my back up against the wall. So I just had like a quiet family kind of. It's also on a Sunday as well. It's like the worst day to have a birthday.
You think?
Because there's not much you can really do on a Sunday, is there?
Yeah, I guess a lot of things close
Yeah.
quite early.
So yeah, so it was just a quiet little birthday, and then I had the questions of, how do you feel? Do you feel any different? It's like, new.
Yeah. I think I've had the similar questions because I turned 30 in about a month, and yeah, a lot of like, how do you feel? And I just very
I don't get why
indifferent.
people ask this. Like, do you feel any different? Like, I remember I had a conversation with someone who was like 20, and they were like, oh, I'm not ready to be 21, and I'm like,
dude.
And they asked like, what's it like to turn 25? And I went, I don't know what you really want me to say. It's like, you don't feel any different. You don't feel like an adult, or you don't feel like a kid. You just kind of still feel the same, but then you expect people just to ask you how you feel.
Yeah, it's there's no big like physiological change or like sudden clarity that you get about.
And I get really annoyed when people think, oh, when you hit these like milestone ages, things change. It's like, no. I think it depends, and it's very different. Like, if you Google the average milestone age, what people are supposed to be doing, like by the time you're 25, 26, it says like, oh, you're supposed to have like a partner and then in full-time career or education. I'm like, that really needs to change. That does.
That seems very outdated.
Yeah, it does.
Very outdated.
And it's just like, I would say that my life is just starting at 30.
Yeah.
Because a lot of my early 20s, late 20s was just dealing with all my shit.
Yes, I think that is what your 20s is all about. It's just like working loads of stuff out.
Yeah.
Going through.
You don't have to have your life figured out at that age.
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. And I think I'd be suspicious of the people who claim to.
Yeah, I would think that as well. It's like, at that age, just, you're allowed to mess up. You're allowed to just fuck up a little bit. That's what your 20s are there for.
Yeah.
Is to figure crap out. And anybody who says you have to have your life figured out by then is like, no.
Absolutely not.
I mean, I would actually say your life can start at any age.
I like that.
I don't like the kind of thing of, like, once you turn 40, you're like middle age and all that kind of stuff. It's like, no, your life can start at any age.
Yeah.
You can do anything at any age.
Yes. I think, as well, you never know what's around the corner.
Yeah.
Something life-changing could just happen to you, like...
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Pretty suddenly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like, okay, for example, my dad, he's just learning how to play the guitar.
Nice.
And he's in his 40s.
Oh.
Well, late 40s he is. I don't think he'd be happy if I said his real age.
That's great, though.
Yeah, and
That's
you know what,
great.
I really like to see him like really invested in instruments, but sometimes he's gonna kill me for saying this, but he gets invested in some weird instruments. Like
Ooh.
I remember once he bought a lute.
Nice.
Sorry, Dad. I'm outing him right now.
That's cool.
Yeah, he bought a lute and something called, and I'm gonna probably say it wrong, a lyra. So it's like kind of like one of those like small little harps.
Yes.
And so, but annoyingly, he does this thing where he will sometimes pretend he's going to buy an instrument just to see how far he can annoy me.
Amazing.
So he was going to buy, not a bagpipe, but it was like part of a bagpipe, like it was the flute of it or something like that. And I was like, please do not buy it. I'm not hating on the bagpipe now as well either. It's just, I know my dad would buy it just to drive me insane.
That's so funny.
My neighbours must really fucking hate us.
Like the musical household.
Oh yeah, my dad's he's tried a lot of different instruments.
That's cool.
I think the most annoying one, and sorry Dad, because he probably listened to this, so it was the flute.
Was he good at it? No? Oh, you're shaking your head. Oh.
He wasn't bad. I would say he's better at the harmonica. He really likes playing on his harmonica.
That's nice.
He's really. I would say he's getting better at it. But
nice.
the flute was slightly annoying. Sorry, Dad, but it's true.
There was, I don't know how. I mean, it's all breath work, isn't it? Like something like the flute.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm showing my age here, but sorry, I just realised I just said.
Your age.
But I remember being in primary school. I remember they took like a lot of us out of class to see if any of us could play the trumpet.
Okay.
It was really weird. Now I think about it, it's like, did anybody else do this in school where they had like a music teacher come in and then take a bunch of people out to see if they can play an instrument?
We did have that. We did. We had this like music trolley.
The music trolley.
The music, like
my primary school had that.
How I remember like nothing of my childhood, so I don't know why that
my primary school had a lot of
but...
weird things. Like, alright, I didn't realise this, that my school used to have like old items that you found in schools like through the early 20s and 30s. So there was what I always thought, and I'm going to sound really dumb when I say this, I thought it was an old tennis racket. It was like all the kind of weaved in pattern. What I didn't realise is that was a cane.
Oh shit.
Yes, and I was like, until years later, until my dad told me, because obviously he went during school time for him, he was also caned.
Oh my god.
And he went, "Dude, that's a cane." I was like, why the fuck did my school have that out on display?
That's very dark-sided that they just have that.
I just thought it was like an old tennis racket.
Oh my god.
But anyway, back to the point I was making, that we had like this music teacher that came in like, okay, try blowing on the trumpet. I did not have the lung capacity to do woodwork instruments. I remember just going and nothing came out.
A wooden trumpet?
No, like woodwork, like what's it called?
Like woodwind?
Woodwind, that's the word.
Is a trumpet woodwind?
It was like that because the music trolley had like loads of different things. It was a trumpet, it was a clarinet, it was weirdly a trombone. Don't know why that was there.
Wow.
There was also a violin,
nice.
But no one played that. Not that I remember. But yeah, I remember just trying to blow on every single of those instruments. I just couldn't get one single note out.
My granddad makes violins.
Does he? Oh, that's really...
As a hobby.
That's interesting.
Yeah, very cool.
That's a cool hobby to have.
He's a cool guy.
To say, oh yeah, my granddad's hobby is he makes violins.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
That side of the family is like where a lot of creativity is. And yeah, so I picked one up and I tried playing it once, and like the vibrations are crazy, and it's so close to your ear.
Yeah,
it's like quite uncomfortable to play, I think.
Yeah, like my sister, when she was younger, she played like a little bit of the violin, and I don't know if, okay, this sounds really weird what I'm gonna say. Remember they have like that little ball of wax that you use, like to, is it like wax? Like,
is it for the strings?
Yeah.
You have to like, or the bow?
The bow. And do you know what I thought? I thought that was candy.
You didn't?
As a kid. I didn't eat it.
Oh, good.
But every time I saw it, it kind of reminded me of like a fruit pastel.
That's so funny.
I was a bit of a dopey kid.
That reminds me though of I'm not sure if my friend will listen to this. Okay, Lewis, if you're listening, I'm sorry to I have to tell this story because it's so good. He was in an Indian restaurant. You know the hot towels at the end of the meal?
Yeah.
So he was given one, and he thought it was like dessert. So he actually ate it, and the waiter was like, "No, don't eat it." He had to like pull it out, and it was so funny, so funny. Eating a hot paper towel that's probably like really chemically.
Yeah.
And the texture of that, like...
Yeah, I can't think of that. But again, sometimes you hear about stories about people eating very weird things.
Yeah.
Like I remember watching... Did I watch it, or I came across a woman who used to eat the stuffing in sofas?
Yeah.
Which is an actual... I didn't realize it was an actual like medical condition, apparently.
Pica?
Yeah.
Pica, yeah.
And I remember because... No, I wasn't watching it. I was reading it in a book that was about OCD.
Oh.
And it was like case studies and stuff like that. And one of them was about a woman who felt she was like her compulsion was to eat the lining of the sofa.
Wow.
Yeah, and it was just a really kind of interesting. Like I never, yeah.
Usually OCD compulsions are, and I'm not a doctor, but they're to do with like I have to do this act or
yeah.
my
No, I
family will
remember. I
die,
can't
or,
fully
you know.
remember a lot of the book. I remember referencing it in I think one of the dissertations that we were doing for the masters, and yeah, it was something like she felt like she had to do it, otherwise something bad would happen.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was just a
That's
very
so
odd thing because I never
interesting.
thought like OCD could compel you to do like obviously you can do like physical things, but to do that is like wow, okay.
Yeah, I've never heard of a...
I really should, if I find the book, I will send it to you because it's a really interesting book to read.
Yeah.
It's also slightly kind of funny because it's kind of one of those books that it's not too serious. Like sometimes I find it really hard to read things about like anxiety and depression.
Yes.
From like a lot of time it's like, especially like if you go to like the university library, a lot of it is like medical, psychological, and it's quite hard to understand.
Yeah.
And so this book kind of cuts through all that and makes it a lot more easier for people to understand, which I much prefer kind of books to be.
Send it my way and I'll put a link in the description.
Yeah, it was an interesting book.
Because I think, was it last time or the first time? It was the first time I had you on. We talked a lot about mental health, medication, your experience with OCD and dyslexia. And I had such good feedback from that episode.
Oh, cool.
So it's just really nice to make a podcast that's actually kind of like giving back and not just like, you know, talking about random stuff. Although those are the best podcasts in my opinion. I wanted to talk about you getting a studio space.
Okay.
'Cause that's something that has happened in the time that we've spoken. And yeah, you finally got one. And
it was very weird to get that kind of email of like, hey, we got a studio available.
Yeah.
You want to go? Well, it was a kind of weird one. So originally I had an email saying that a studio had opened up in the new building for the Glenvivian, not Glenvivian, the
Elysium.
The Elysium.
Yeah.
One of the new studios.
Mm-hmm.
And I was umming and ahhing about it. I was like, I don't know, because it was only like a single one. I was like, I wanted to share with someone. You know, I was going to share with you.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't know. And then by the time I emailed back, they were like, oh, sorry, we've got someone looking at it. I was like, okay.
Fair.
But then I got another email saying, oh, we do have another one if you're interested. And they sent me the photos, and I was like, yeah, you know, it looks kind of interesting. But I think sometimes photos don't do enough justice. Like you have to actually go there and see it and see if you're like comfortable there.
Yeah.
So I emailed them like, can I view it? And they're like, yeah, sure, come along, come have a look. Nice. And as soon as I got in there, it was like, okay, I think I'm gonna take it.
Yay.
Yeah.
Is it the one that was up 2 flights of stairs?
Yeah, that's the one. So it's literally just opposite side of the by the Albert Hall.
Yes.
So it's on that part it is.
Nice.
And it is an old studio, so it gets quite hot in there, especially in this weather.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's been nice to have like a space I can work in.
Yeah.
It is a little distracting because I've just got like, so I've only managed to put like, if you've seen like on my Instagram, I only got like one wall that's got like books and work and things and like a notice board that I use, but the other 3 walls are just like completely blank, and it's kind of doing my head in. It's like, I want to put something on this walls, but I don't know what. I also still have, and I need to get this sorted, one of the old tenants' work.
Really?
Is still there.
Oh.
So one of the old tenants, I think they were like some sort of craft, something to do with like textiles and materials. So I still have like these giant boards left of their work. I need to find their like contact information because I don't want to get rid of it.
No,
because it's there. It's like if I can get this back to them, that would be
absolutely
really great.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's weird to say that I have a studio. I get really awkward about it.
Why?
I don't know. I just feel like it sounds pretty arrogant to say, "Oh yeah, I've got a studio."
I think it's just how you say it. But you're a pretty down to earth guy. I can't imagine you're like, oh, I've got a studio. You know, like.
No, it's just like, oh yeah, I've got a studio.
Yeah.
But I mean, I can actually. Alright, this is a little tidbit for the podcast. I am planning to do some recording in the studio.
Yeah.
So,
great.
So I came up with this little project because unfortunately I am one of those kind of people that needs something to work on.
Yeah, some structure.
So I decided like, okay, so I've just turned 30. So I was like, I want to do something before, if I go back to uni to either do a doctoral or learn to be a teacher or whatever.
Yeah.
I want to try and set myself up like as an illustrator, or try to do something with everything that I've learned.
Yes.
So I came up with this little project. It's like, okay, from I'm 30 till I'm 31, I want to try and make this a thing. I want to try and essentially just get my work out there, but also to meet other creatives and people who just like art and creativity and that kind of stuff in general, because I was speaking to Dan and Creative Swansea, because they were doing this like little group meeting thing.
Oh yeah.
And we were talking about like, what is it that you were looking for out like after uni, and we were both like, just to still kind of be in contact with a lot more creative people, or at least have that kind of sort of critique system, like like sometimes you come up with an idea and you don't know if it's good enough, but it's always nice to like bounce it off someone.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And we were just talking about that, and I was like, I really want to do that. I really want to try and meet more creative people through this.
How do you think you'll do that then? What's the kind of plan?
The plan was to just try doing different craft fairs.
Nice.
So I've been trying to get like like stuff ready for that kind of stuff. Yeah. And I've been working with like the King's Trust, and I remember one of the questions they asked is like, well, what is it your work is? What's kind of your niche? And I was like, I really hate that. I don't know why. It's like I don't really know what my niche is.
I guess for illustrators, your niche is your drawing style.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, I would say my work is kind of like, it's very bright, it's very colourful, it's not really serious. It's slightly comical, because sometimes when I work, I just want to put a smile on someone's face.
Yes.
Like one of the illustrations you commented on was I have anxiety, which was a play on, because at that time the He-Man movie was coming out. Yeah. And it was that kind of I have the power, I have anxiety thing, which is playing in my head. And I thought, oh, that'd be really funny to do. Yeah. But still kind of like keeping to mental health, kind of in a sort of fun way.
And that's on your Instagram.
Yeah, that's on Instagram. I think
everybody needs to go look at that. That's great.
Also, I would say this as well. If anybody has seen the He-Man movie and really liked it, please watch the Dolph Lundgren version. It's so 80s and so cheesy.
Amazing.
It's just brilliant. It's not a great movie, but it's so bad, it's good. Yeah. So I really recommend people go out and see if they can find it. I
love movies like that.
Oh, I do. I love a good bad movie. Like my favorite bad movie is George Clooney's Batman. Oh, so it just makes no sense. Yeah. But it's still like one of those things. Like if I just want to watch a daft movie that's just going to make me laugh, that's the movie I'll watch. That's great. None of it makes sense.
Yeah. I would love to do. I've said this to you loads of times now, but we should definitely film in your studio.
I would love that.
When you've got set up, and we can stare at the blank walls and figure out what to put there. Or,
do you know, I was thinking the other day of, because like I said, I was thinking of like a little project I can do for like a year project, and I was thinking about, what would be really fun is to take this blank walls and see how much I can cover it with. Oh, okay. And because I came across a Spanish illustrator, and again I'll send you the link to their work. Yes. And they were like just putting up pieces of paper of like portraits all across their like, I would say flat or something like that. Yeah. And And I've been working weirdly with acrylic paint because I've been because obviously I'm predominantly digital,
Yeah.
but I've been getting back into doing some traditional stuff.
Nice.
So I've been using, oh God, what was it called? So it's fluid acrylic paint. So it's quite very watery, but it like dries quite flat.
Yeah.
I didn't realize they were really expensive. So I managed to get like a little set. But it's really, really fun to use, and I've been doing it on these like have you seen those like little tiny canvases that you can get like in the works or hobby shop?
Yeah.
And I've been painting on them.
Cute.
And I thought it'd be really fun to see how many of these things I can do and put around my studio.
That's nice. I like that.
Yeah, and it's kind of like that'd be really fun to do. But also I want to try and cover the walls with artwork that I find from other creatives.
Oh, that's lovely.
Because I tend to do that like with like when the university does its graduation shows, like a lot of people do like the postcards and the little introduction to themselves.
Yeah.
And I love collecting those things because I love finding new creative people to follow.
Yeah.
That sounds really creepy. That does.
No, I think that's great. It's lovely to network in that way. And somewhere I have, oh yeah, here it is. I have a little piece of plywood that is a replica of a raffle ticket that my friend Mark gave me
cool.
for the last show I was in. He curated it. I've got number 19. And it was just a little thank you present for
that's really cool. I
taking
love
part
that.
in the show.
See, I love it when things like that do that, things you can take away to remember that experience.
Yeah.
I really like that. That's really cool.
Yeah, it's really nice. It's
So I tend to cover the walls with like bits of artwork I found from other people.
nice.
I haven't been actually. I really need to start going back to like fairs and stuff.
Yeah, there was a alternative market in Swansea. I think it was last week, and I went down. It was really cool.
See, I'm such out of the loop with that kind of stuff lately.
Well, I only found out about it because I've started advertising on Facebook for my sewing work. And one of the makers that I follow on there posted it that they were going to be at the market.
Okay.
So that's only how I found out about
enough.
it. Because I think it's quite a small enterprise, but it is hard to kind of keep plugged into those kind of things without being constantly glued to your phone.
Yeah, the one I know of that goes around, I think predominantly around the country is Craft and Flea.
Oh, okay.
So they're usually like in the Brangwen Hall or something like that. So
nice.
yeah, that's the one I know of. But I want to try and find a few more, not just in Swansea, but like around Wales, because I kind of want to try and do a little traveling.
Yeah.
I think this has come down to like the kind of like I want to try and push myself a little bit more out there instead of reverting back to my comforts and going backwards. So I want to try and get out there a little bit and start trying to go to venues and stuff.
Yeah. There's I think Cardiff probably feels like an obvious location to do somewhere like a city. Are you being encouraged to do that by King's Trust as well as like a stipulation, or?
Kind of, but I'm kind of in a weird spot with the King's Trust at the moment because I haven't had a contact with them for a while. So I think it's like every 6 weeks they get in contact. Like your not mentor is what they call like YDL, Youth Development Leader.
Okay.
Usually gets in contact with you to see how you're doing.
Yes.
And I messaged mine the other day about asking because they have a like test my business grant, which is like £500.
Yeah.
Which is like, okay, that's pretty decent to try and do stuff with.
Yeah.
Because I didn't realize like if you want to do like craft fairs and stuff like that, you also have to like have insurance.
Yes.
Which I didn't know there's a thing, which is like, oh, okay. So it's like if I did like a stall and if someone tripped near mine, I'm liable for it. It's like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Like, so that was like, okay, I think I need to learn a little bit more about this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Which I kind of wish that unis would tell you about.
Yeah, that's
it's
a
like,
common.
Oh yeah, insurance is a thing. It's like, oh,
yeah,
great.
All of that, like how to be a creative professional is. Yeah, I've heard that from a lot of people.
I think they kind of give you like tidbits of like how like point you in the right direction kind of ways, or at least from when I did like illustration, they kind of
Yes. Yeah.
But I think that's kind of the thing that I'll miss from university, is being kind of hooked into the like networking kind of stuff like that, because they always like send you emails and like, you know, you have lectures tell you, it's like, oh yeah, this is happening, or
Yeah.
you know, photography's got a exhibition on.
Yeah, or like there's a guest speaker.
Yeah,
like,
and it's like
yeah,
after you
yeah.
leave, you don't really get to know any of that information anymore.
Well, do you still get emails from the uni? Because you should.
I get emails because I keep in contact with E. Well, with so I joined what was it called, like the graduate kind of survey group or something like that.
Oh, right.
And so she sends like job opportunities and stuff like that, which
That's nice.
I would highly recommend to anybody like either leaving university or who's in university around, and to speak to careers, because they usually will give you some tidbits of, you know, some job opportunities or internships.
Yeah.
You know, I wish I did that at the beginning of university and not towards the end.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, I've always kind of pied off kind of career people and conversations, just because I feel like art, it's never seemed that applicable or like that kind of resourceful, I guess. But
Well, I think with E, she works closely with the sort of the creative part of the university.
maybe I'll get in touch with her then.
I would say I can give you her email as well, so it's quite worth just because you'll do like a little video call with her, and you like just chat about what you're looking for, you know, what opportunities you might be interested in. Yeah, so I recommend it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. One thing I was thinking, going back to the studio and doing those little canvases, when I was talking to Dan Suzuki a couple episodes back, he does instant film photography.
Okay.
So he works within like a format, and we were talking about the joys of working within the system of, you know, a Polaroid film, for example, and it's like all the same, and it's quite nice, I think.
I do like Polaroid.
They're
There's
great,
something so rare, because I have a Polaroid camera. I haven't used it in a long time, but I do like that kind of, that just instant sort of washed out kind of look they have.
Yeah, they're definitely very nice. But there's something good about working within the confines of, you know, a 5x8 canvas, for example, and like always sticking to that.
Yeah, and that's one thing I found with like being a digital illustrator, it's kind of been given keys to the candy shop, because you have lots of different brushes that have lots of different textures, and you can play around with lots of different things. But then when you try traditional, it's like you're very much confined to what can that brush do, how far can you push that paint or that material, that kind of thing.
I guess it's all, when it's digital, everything is just accessible to you.
Yeah.
You don't have any barriers of like cost or whatever.
Well, it depends on like software.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, software can be a pain. That's probably why a lot of people go with Procreate, because it's kind of like the cheaper alternative.
Right.
Because it's like a one-time payment.
Yeah.
And then you don't have to.
Right.
Like, other than, you know, like Adobe, which you have to spend a ridiculous amount of money on.
Because that's a subscription now, isn't it?
Yeah, that's a subscription. Which, I mean, when you're with the university, you have that free.
Yeah.
But like once you leave, I think you only have it for maybe like a couple of months.
Oof.
And then it ends. But I still pay for like Adobe Acrobat, so like the PDF, because it's just so much easier sending PDFs to like people.
Yes.
But it costs so much, and I looked into how much it was to cancel it, and it was like £60 to £70 just to cancel it. I'm like,
that's crazy.
It's Adobe. What do you expect?
Oh, I didn't realise they were such financial tyrants.
It's because like Adobe's always been seen as like the like mainstream,
like the industry standard.
The industry standard is Adobe, Adobe
Yeah.
Illustrator, Adobe like Photoshop. They're seen as like, that's why you have so many like things like teaching you how to use these things, because when you do like a creative CV, you kind of put down can you use these softwares?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not bad with Adobe Photoshop, like that's what I started on, but Adobe Illustrator I'm awful at because it's vector layers, and it's just not for me. And I go back and forth between lots of different things.
Yeah.
But yeah, like software can be a bit of a pain.
It sounds like it. I have very little experience with Photoshop. I've never used Procreate before.
Procreate's not bad. It's like, it's very beginner friendly. It's very easy. It's very intuitive, you know. But like it's kind of this weird thing, and I really wish, like, not universities but kind of groups would stop saying like Adobe's the industry standard, you have to learn how to use it. It's like, well, no, not really. Like it's good to have like a little bit of knowledge, but it's like if you're good at something, then people will just come to you. It shouldn't really matter what you use.
Yes, I think I'd agree with that. I think maybe with illustrators, well, no, actually, with artists, like if you've got a style, you've got you've got a well-developed practice, people will come to you for that.
Yeah, and that's kind of the one thing I've noticed, that especially on like when you see like social media and stuff like that, people tend more to gravitate towards seeing your face, seeing behind the scenes stuff, rather than the final finished thing.
Yes,
which I kind of went down this rabbit hole of, I don't know if you've seen the kind of like these videos on like social media of like, oh, you have to post this trend, like, and I was like, I really hate those videos.
Is that the ones where it's like tag? Yeah, it's like a prompt and you have to do the prompt.
Yeah, kind of like those things. I mean, like they say, don't use hashtags because they're dead. You know, focus on doing reels and stuff like that.
Reels,
it's like, I mean, I've always been too nervous to do anything recording, like show anything behind the scenes or anything like that. Even just to put my face on camera, it's like
yeah. I used to do little reels just to announce that like an episode of the podcast is coming out, but I'm a bit out of the habit now of doing that. Yeah. But it does get a lot more traction than a post, unfortunately. But
I remember there was someone who told me this once, and I will always remember it, is that sometimes I feel like, especially if you're creative, putting your work on social media can be quite a daunting thing, because you're essentially putting yourself out there. And I remember they said to me, well, why don't you think of it as your sketchbook? Yes. Think of it as like a journal or a diary. Yeah. Just, it's something that you just put out there. Yeah. And I remember that, and I thought, that is a great way to think of it, as just as a sketchbook. Because sketchbooks don't have to be where final pieces of work are. Just like random doodles, or just ideas that have popped into your head. Doesn't even have to be an illustration. It can be something you've written, and you can just put that on there as a keepsake.
I think as like documentation.
Yeah, and I was thinking that the other day, and I was like, I quite like the idea of recording that kind of that journey of like starting and to see how far.
With Procreate, can't you record?
Yeah, there's time lapse. Yeah, there's lots of them have like you can record them. Right. But they tend not to do great, that I've noticed. I think it's usually sometimes the videos that get most traction is where they can actually see the person drawing and stuff like that. Yeah. And that kind of got me into like a rabbit hole of people like coming with really crafty ways to try and film things. Like there was one woman I saw, she was using like a wire coat hanger as, like, sometimes you see people drawing from like down angle, and she put the phone on like hooked.
That's
she turned like the wire hanger into a hook.
That's great.
And put it there, so you didn't have to buy like a film harness or like like a stand. And those are the videos I love the most, of where people come up with creative ways to do something that you don't have to invest a ridiculous amount of money in. Yes. Those are the videos I love.
Yeah. There's a lot of content I consume tends to be very like highly produced. And I think there's a lot of value that comes, a lot of interesting content that comes from people just working things out like on their own. Like it's kind of grassrootsy sort of vibe. and it feels a lot more authentic in many ways. I think. Although saying that, it would be nice for this podcast to get to a stage where things were kind of. It wasn't just me trying to like work out how to edit episodes on GarageBand, but you know.
I think that's, and I like seeing the beginnings of things. Why I quite like seeing small creators.
Yeah.
Because you can see the start of something, and then you go, okay, I can see this going somewhere. Like with this podcast, you can see it going somewhere. But through that experience, you learn lots of different new skills. Like you said, you learn how to edit.
Yes.
Which is, you know, in this day and age, quite a useful skill to have.
It is, yeah. It is, yeah. That's very true. I think that the next hurdle to climb would be potentially film cameras and better quality microphones. Not ones covered in socks as
to be honest,
pop shields.
This is actually really fun. I like this. This is really fun.
It is quite fun. I mean, and it, you know, stops the plosives and the sibilants. Yeah, and it's much better than those big pop shields, the like disc ones.
Oh yeah,
that
yeah,
fully eclipse someone's face. It just feels more like sort of personable.
And to be honest with you, I like the fact that I'm holding this. It feels a lot more freeing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Instead of like I'm sitting very close to the mic and trying to.
Yeah.
And so this is really much fun. This is.
Yeah. It's nice not having to set up the arm as well, the boom arm.
Yeah, I remember that I remember saying this to you, and you was like, you really did not like doing the arm, did you?
It was a ball ache. Yeah, having to like attack because they weren't like freestanding. They were you had to clip them onto a surface, so I had to get a little table out and like. Yeah, it was just a faff, but this is much nicer. Yeah, and much more chill vibes. We're not in like a stuffy studio where it feels kind of, you know, more sort of professional and you know, it just keeps it casual, I think, which is nice about the podcast being at the stage it's in now.
So when you say you wanted to keep the podcast like this, just a very casual kind of...
It's a balance between, kind of casual, friendly, kind of community focused, but also being, I think, because people now, I think, have an expectation of things being recorded at a certain level, especially with like celebrity podcasts having more access to... Yeah, you see
like they're very high-end productions and, you know, film equipment. You always see them with like... Is, you know, they're kind of like interviewers now. Like you have a laptop set next to you, you have a mic here, you have a camera here. Yeah. You know, you have one of those like really big chairs that they sit in and then a desk. But I quite like just like the low maintenance kind of ones. I think they're more interesting, really. Yeah.
Yeah, I do find myself recently actually listening to those highly produced ones less and sticking to the ones that do focus around a certain community group, or you know, it's just like friends meeting up once a week to just chat about stuff, because and especially I think in the kind of creative visual arts kind of space, I don't really come across a lot of that kind of content where it's just really like artists talking to other artists. I mean, usually you kind of see that stuff more in like, I don't know, YouTube videos. Yeah. Instead of like podcasts, because most like podcasts I've seen is just like centered around a celebrity or comedian, you know, just talking crap. Yeah. Yeah, and it's like you don't really see a lot of them just like talking about, I don't know, everyday stuff. Yeah. No, it's true. I don't find myself listening to a lot of podcasts anymore. Really? Yeah. I listen to yours, obviously. Like I listened to the one you did with the guy who did the comics. Yeah. That was really interesting. That was. Good. I love that. Yeah, he's great. Yeah, because really as someone who loves comics as well, it's just that was really great to listen to. That was. Yeah, it was good to have a different kind of artist as well.
Mm.
You know, like a writer, someone who's worked with illustrators, comic book illustrators, because it is an art form, like making a comic book.
Yeah.
I think it's just not seen as part of the visual arts in the same way that, you know, painting, sculpture, all of that stuff is. I think it exists closer to the realm of film.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to say it, but it kind of feels like sometimes creative world does have kind of a hierarchy, a little bit.
I think it's inescapable.
Yeah,
unfortunately.
Which is weird. It's like once you start talking to other creators, they don't really care about any of that kind of stuff. I don't know where this kind of idea of like there's fine art, there's sculpture, there's da 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 da, and then there's like something at the bottom.
I reckon it comes from years, like, hundreds of years ago, where the fine arts were architecture, sculpture, and painting.
Like institution kind of.
Yeah, they were like the academy.
Levels of, you know.
Yeah.
Like back in the day where like only men could draw.
Yes.
Or like be in galleries.
Yes.
Kind of, I think maybe there's still that kind of, not way of thinking, but that kind of level.
Almost like a trickle-down effect of like hierarchy. Probably still visible in unis, in that there are some that are like, you know, like Central St. Martin's, the Slade School of Art, like prestigious kind of unis.
Yeah, like certain universities are known for a core subject. Like I would say uni is kind of known for like the surface pattern, you know.
Right, yeah.
Because you see that quite a lot advertised.
As in like Swansea College.
In Swansea College, like you see that kind of advertised a lot.
Yeah. I heard that Falmouth is particularly good for illustration, apparently.
When it came to like applying for universities, I was like, I applied for a lot of them because my college said I had to.
Oh, interesting.
Because like part of the curriculum to apply for lots of different.
Yeah, and they.
So I remember like applying for like London, Cardiff, and Swansea, but I was like, and I remember saying this to. I remember we had to do like mock interviews. I hated them, and I remember saying to him, "It's like, well, they're not just interviewing me; I'm interviewing them."
Yes.
Because it's either 3 to 4 years you got to spend with these lecturers, so you kind of need to see if you get on or. Yeah. But then again, it's different for me because I did it during COVID, so everything was on Teams and Zooms. Whereas now you have like people going into the universities, and I would say, you know, like if you're going into a university doing like interviews and stuff, ask as many questions.
100%.
You know, even if you think it's a silly one, ask it.
Oh, you've got to. Yeah.
Also, really look at the different departments and like where you'll be, because you have to think like, okay, this is 3-4 years. Do I feel comfortable here? Do I feel like I could see myself?
Yeah. I think gut feeling is really important as well. Like, how do you feel in the space? Do you have a good vibe? Do you have a good vibe about the people you're talking to?
Yeah, like I really don't like the whole like, I don't know, with comprehensives, you know, universities, maybe even primary schools, like there's a competitive nature for them to have the best results. I was like, I don't think results really matter. I think it's about how the student is in that school. How do they feel? How do they...
Yeah, and what they get out of it.
Yeah.
And I would argue that maybe personal development at this stage is slightly better than qualifications.
Yes.
Because it's not... I mean, most employers will say, okay, cool, you've got a C in maths, but what experience have you got? You know, like
that is what it's come down to a lot lately, is what is your experience, and unfortunately there is not. It's very hard to get that experience. Even like entry-level jobs require experience. Like, why?
I had a friend who is in Swansea, applied for so many jobs, hundreds of jobs. So many of them were like, you got to have experience in this industry, but some of them were just like service jobs that were like really picky with, you know. Yeah. It's tough out there.
It is.
I feel quite lucky that I get to work for myself at the moment and, you know, not be in charge of my own hours and kind of not have to do the rigorous job hunt. Cause I think that's what like a lot of creative people really want to do, is to kind of be their own boss and not stick to the whole
mainstream kind of approach of like I think there's different ways you can contribute to society. It doesn't just have to be go out there, get a job, pay the taxes.
Yeah, 9 to 5. Like
there are like I'm not saying
whatever.
that's a bad thing.
No.
But there are different ways.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I think creative contributions to society massively overlooked generally.
Yes. I think a lot of people just kind of like give it a passing glance.
Yeah.
Like, okay, so if you go near so the Glenvivian now, so they've got a new mural on the side of their wall.
Oh, do they?
Yeah, and it's
Ooh.
really cool. It's like it's really bright, it's colourful. It's like a girl overlooking a bird, and it's really it's
Cute.
and I see that a lot more in Swansea. Is a lot more creative things popping up.
Yes.
And I think that's a great thing, especially for a city, is to have a lot more creative spaces, because it brings a lot more
100%.
culture, it brings a lot more people.
100%. I mean,
And also having, I would say, Arc Alley's more accessible to, like, what I like about the Glenvivian, why do I keep calling it the Elysium? I don't know why I've Glenvivian stuck in my brain. The Elysium is that they also have a cafe
they do now,
connecting to their
yeah.
galleries, so
Yeah.
it's a nice, like, you can just go in there, have a coffee, sit down, and then you have this exhibition going on,
Yeah.
which I think is really great.
Yeah. So I took my partner there recently to Andre Steet.
Yeah.
Very interesting painter.
Yeah, his work's about the Troubles, isn't it? Like his
Yeah.
experience during that time, which was really
Yeah.
interesting. I remember going there and just seeing that work, and it's just, yeah, it was so different but interesting, and
But the space is amazing. Like what they've done
yeah.
with that, renovating that old department store.
yeah, it was an
it
old
is.
department store.
Yeah. So good.
It's so great. And also what I love about it as well is that they have a connecting room meant for workshops, and you can bring like I think there's one for like families and kids to go along to.
That's great.
And I love that kind of stuff. I wish I kind of had that stuff when I was growing up.
Yeah.
And I think creativity is important for children's development.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
it's just great to have a dedicated space for that.
Yeah. It would be nice to see the kind of traditional like youth groups, but centered around creativity.
Yeah, I don't. That's the weird thing, is that like I don't think there's a lot of community centres anymore.
No.
Like I think there's maybe like one in Swansea.
Yeah.
I'm not quite sure, but there's, like with the whole social media ban saying, like, oh, we're going to bring back community centres and, places for young people to go. It's like, well, those things should have been there to begin with,
Yeah.
regardless of social media, is to
Yeah.
have somewhere physical for young people to go.
Third spaces.
Third spaces, yes.
Third spaces. Yeah. And one that is like free, is not cost prohibitive.
Yeah,
Whatever that word
prohibited.
is. Yes.
That's the,
God, I can't speak today. I think, yeah.
I would say it's the Monday effect, it is.
The Monday effect on Wednesday.
Yes.
Yeah, it's carried forward.
I think for me, it's like I don't start to feel with it until like maybe Thursday.
Yeah.
Like I finally get like, okay, my week starts now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had such a Monday this week.
Yeah.
Oh, it was just a theatre of minor inconveniences. It was
I get
just,
those.
Yeah. Oh, it was
I
so
get those.
annoying.
It's like, like you stub your toe in the morning. It's like, right, okay. Then you drop something. It's like, or you miss something. It's like I get that quite a lot. And then you just think, you know what? I'm gonna go back to bed.
Yes. I think I did have a fat nap on Monday, which was lovely.
There is something. See, I never used to be a nap person.
Yeah.
Like I really much just couldn't do it.
Yeah.
But lately, because I got the studio now, so I've been trying to treat it as a 9 to 5. So I usually get up at 8 o'clock. I go to the studio.
Nice.
And then maybe try and finish around 3:30ish, maybe 2ish.
Yeah.
Like 2ish if I'm really like, oh, you know what, I'm gonna go home now. I'm gonna go
Yeah.
see my dog, go do stuff around the house.
Yeah.
But I do find myself sometimes coming in and just going, I'll have like a 30-minute nap or like a 40-minute.
The dream. So good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And for me, I tend to put something on in the background.
So do you listen to music then if you don't do podcasts?
I listen to like ambient noise.
Oh.
So I listen to this comes down to dealing with before dealing with the anxiety. Like, it used to be really bad at night.
Right.
So I would listen to like thunderstorms. The reason why I did this is that it was kind of an offshoot of something that I was learning when I was doing therapy, was a kind of guided meditation technique. And I'm not very good at meditation. Like, I find it really hard to...
It is hard, yeah.
Quiet my mind. So one they showed me was try and imagine a leaf on a river, and put like a bad thought or something that's happened during your day, something that's playing on your mind, put it on that leaf, and imagine that slowly just drifting down. But I would find myself building a world around it, like imagining where is this leaf? You know, is it in a forest? Is it in like on a street? And just listening to like the ambient noise behind, because it was like they give you like a meditation guide app thing. And I remember just listening to the river instead of the leaf, and I found that to be a lot more relaxing. And then it became this way of, it helps me sleep because I get to focus my mind on something. So I would say, like, I pay for YouTube Premium. I really wish I don't, but I can't stand ads.
I think YouTube Premium is so worth it.
I can never go back.
I can,
Can't do it.
I feel you, yeah.
But and the nice thing as well, you can turn like your laptop or your tablet off, and it still plays.
The dream, so good.
So I tend to do that. Like, there's one I really love. There's two creators. So one who just walks around, South Korea.
Wow.
Just walks around the city during like rain or like snowstorm.
Yeah.
Or there's another one in Sweden. And it's just really interesting seeing like the different buildings and the architecture and stuff like that, and I find that really relaxing, weirdly. But what I tend to do, and I do it like on bad nights now, is that I put my tablet on, I put like rain or something, and if I find myself overthinking, I tend to just focus on, where is this rain? You know, what's this place? What's going on around it?
Yeah.
And I try to like focus on that, and then I find myself relaxing.
I think that's I've not heard that technique for like grounding yourself before.
It's visualization like tools I find work a lot better for me.
Yeah. I guess you must be a very visual person, being an illustrator.
I think just also being the fact that I'm dyslexic as well. It's like visualization tools is what I kind of grew up learning to use. Yeah. So I think that just all culminates into one thing.
Yeah. That's so interesting. Would you like to plug anything?
Ooh. I don't know, actually.
I don't have anything to plug.
I mean, I've got a lot of stuff planned. Like, I'm planning to do, hopefully, when the mic finally turns up, I'm hoping this week, that I'll start recording stuff, and I do have a video planned for next week. As like, I want to do like kind of a little bit of an introduction, or like a reintroduction to me and to like the work that I'm doing. It's just like a tester kind of thing to see if it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But you know, I've also got to learn how to edit as well. I'm looking at so many YouTube videos right now.
Yeah, YouTube is so good. YouTube is the new like those books for dummies that like used to be really popular.
Yeah, they are.
Like, yeah, it's so good. Amazing. Well, thank you for coming back on.
It's been an absolute joy.
Wonderful. Go follow the pod, and I usually have an outro, don't I? But I don't have it in front of me. Something like, thank you for listening. Find me on Instagram at Ollie Kirkham. Follow Louis at
lou.the.illustrator.
Thank you, amazing. And follow the podcast, Armchair Artist Pod. Until next time, goodbye.
Bye bye.